And now up to the last round of the Austrian Legacy Masters, the Swiss portion of our tournament. Peter, you had now some a break. What was the feeling like under our players?
Yeah, they're pretty stoked about the top 8, about the prizes. They were discussing how it is distributed, what does it really look like, because we are 59 and not 60 players. But yeah, I said, don't worry.
We got you covered. We want to make the format accessible. We want to have high players, so we have a huge turnout for our from our payout, and it's just all for the players. We don't take anything for ourselves. We have to pay the location, we have to pay the judge, but anything else goes right into our prize pool for our players. So let's take a look into the win and in of Markus Schmidhuber and David Sturm. Both have chances to go all the way into top 8. Yeah, Marcus, we had Marcus last round on stream. He lost the last round, unfortunately, or else he would have maybe be able to draw into top 8 now. But now that's his win and in.
Yeah, exactly. If he would have won the last game, he was basically guaranteed for top 8. With 401, he would have been able to draw again in the last round. But we are here, back again at the win and in station, and we're gonna bang our head against the wall until we go the distance. And yeah, here we have now the mirror for them, and the mirror is intricate. You have to be decisive. You can't entomb something into your graveyard so that your opponent can win on turn 1, as I think it was against Florian, against Fischer in the last
Round, yeah.
in the last round. But yeah, here we have 2 experienced pilots on Blue-Black Scam. Marco Schmidl played a lot of Blue-Black Scam at our local game store, which is exactly where we have the tournament here.
And he's a pretty good scam player normally.
Yeah, he went second in the Viennese ELM qualifier like 2 months or 3 months ago.
Yeah, something like that.
So this was basically the last big tournament he played in. And yeah, we hope we can experience now a local hero getting into the top 8 and maybe join 2 out of our local guys.
Yeah, that's true. So that's not a bad conversion rate, actually. Out of 19 players, 2 are into top 8 of our local guys.
Which is basically on rate, I would say.
Yeah.
Especially with mostly stronger players making the trip for any tournament.
Yeah.
It's a good showing for our field. And here we have the turn 1 Stalactite.
He plays a Stalactite stalker now? Wait, what?
Wait a minute. Is this Jonas Schermberger?
Okay. They switched the feature table. Okay, we have totally different players now. We will just switch this.
So we have Jonas Schermberger on Mono Black Scam against Michael Schönhammer. Is this green by depths?
It looks like that. So no, no scam mirror here. It's, I think, green-white depths. So we have to change now. Basically the whole overlay, but it's okay. I mean, you can do this.
They're both 4 and 1.
They're both 4 and 1. Left player is Jonas Schermberger. So no winning in. They are playing it out. Really? They can't draw?
I think it should have been able to draw. But they may fear that...
What does Jonas play,
No,
actually?
Jonas plays mono black.
Is it mono black? I see underground mortuary.
Yeah.
Mono black scam, yeah. Okay.
Wait.
You do this. We need a second mouse. Is this possible? On Windows, I'm not sure.
Possible, but then the mouses don't really work. It's Maverick.
Maverick. Okay, no green white depths here.
And we have Jonas on mono black
Scam.
scam. So you guys should see it in the stream decker now.
The Stalactite Stalker gave it away because Marcus isn't playing Stalactite Stalker.
Exactly. Some key cards here.
What's the standing for Jonas?
4-1. They're both 4-1.
Both 4-1. Where is it?
Both 4-1 at 12 points.
Player standing 4 and 1. So, yeah. Now it works.
Now it's all right.
Mono black.
Scam.
Scam and red player deck is Maverick. Okay, now we are ready to commentate on everything.
Now we have... And this is something that Jonas likes to do.
He loves to reanimate opposing Knight of the Reliquaries.
And do you know which card comes in here clutch?
Tell me. I don't know.
The misery, the surveillance. Because this is a forest. He can sack it to the reliquary.
Yeah.
And get in a wasteland or whatever else he wants. This is really, really cool. And yeah.
I think he has done this already sometimes in our local league.
He had done it against me, yeah.
It's a good play. It's a really, really strong play.
And yeah, so how do you expect this game to fare?
I'm pretty... it's kind of... I gotta admit, I don't know. I think Maverick here is favored because they have more grinding power and more favored in the long game. And we are now a little bit over the early game already. So Jonas doesn't have any threats on board, doesn't have only has one land, and it doesn't really seem like a winning position right now.
Yeah.
Well, Dark Ritual into Barrowgoyf. Wow. That's a strong play here.
Now he needs kind of the swords and plowshares on the side of Michael. But
Rip it from the top. The second or the third sword
would have been great.
probably won't happen right now. It's a 4-5, the Barrowgoyf. Michael has drawn how's it called? Elvish Reclaimer.
Yeah, and this is currently crucial because there are only 2 lands in the graveyard.
So it's a 4-4. The Barrowgoyf is bigger.
Yeah.
And now the Barrowgoyf attacks for 4 damage, milling 4 cards, and now we see the card advantage engine in action.
Yeah.
In my opinion, Barrowgoyf is way better than Nethergoyf.
And now we get the Stalactite Stalker, which is a card that he is able to play here. He gets another creature, something descended this turn because
Yeah, Descent is also if he mills. So
if he put just a permanent card into your graveyard.
yeah.
Key
that's-
card here, key word here is permanent card. If it would have been a permanent, it's only if you put it from the battlefield to the graveyard. But with permanent card, it implies any enchantment, creature, planeswalker, artifact, and land that is milled will basically descend or make the Stalactite Stalker bigger.
Stalactite Stalker has menace. I really love that card. It's totally undervalued in my opinion. It's insanely strong and really fast.
Yeah, and here it is. You can just double block, sack a land to the knight, and you basically draw out your Elvish Reclaimer to a 3/4 because then you have 3 lands in the graveyard. So you could potentially block the Stalactite Stalker favorable. But in this case, Jonas didn't attack with it. We only have the Barrowgoyf, which is too big to deal with. And you have to sacrifice any creature for it. But you still could double block with it, sack a land, get yourself a Sagittarius Step, and...
No, it's Death Touch. Okay, Sagittarius Step works. Yeah, okay, that works. These are so many loops to...
And he only has Death Touch and Lifelink, so just sacking it would have been exactly the answer that he wants.
But you have to think about this because this is not an totally clear play, in my opinion.
And maybe there is the ritual into opposition agent of the hand of
Oh,
Yona.
that would be awesome. That would be so awesome. Second it and going for Sichiri step. We have. Ah, okay,
No.
going for it's a saga.
Still enough.
That's okay for Jonas.
But here he can distribute the damage as he wants to.
Mm.
Can put 2 there, 2 there, kill both of the creatures.
Yeah, it's great to have so many nations and so many foreign players in our local game store.
And yeah. It's pretty sweet.
And another Stalactite Stalker that also descended. Both of them descend now.
Yeah.
And these are getting pretty hard to block right now.
Yeah. Getting the Dice Factory rolling. Chaos Cradle currently shut off. And yeah. It's really cool to see Jonas with his deck performing. It's like he's one of a kind with it. It's his mono black version. Yesterday he played with red with a Menace Lord. It was
Red Black Menace aggro tribal.
something else.
But he went pretty good with it. A 3-2? Or was it 4-1?
I think it was even 4-1.
Is it? And that's now the third Knight of the Reliquary?
Yeah. He can't block here. He gets 5 damage down.
I had no descending this turn. Ah, that's unfortunate. I would really love to see the cards in Jonas's hand. Making a construct here.
And getting himself a Shadow Spear, am I right?
Is this a Shadow Spear? Probably.
Yeah. A Morgul knife.
Ah, it's from what's that set?
It's the Lord of the Rings Commander set.
Lord of the Rings Commander set. I mean, I like the artwork.
Yeah,
but it's a Shadow Spear.
It's just a Shadow Spear. On a 6/6 knight. And attacking for 6. Gaining 6 life again.
Yeah, Jonas is also a little bit unlucky with another second land drop to be seen.
Yeah, it's a really down to the earth deck. I mean, he still plays 19 lands, which is much more than the previous mono black deck that we have seen, which played only 13.
Yeah.
With 4 MDFC lands.
And 4 Chrome Mox and 3 Trolls.
Yeah, and 4 Chrome Mox, yeah. So it's mana, potentially it's pretty much even. But he also plays the 4 Trolls, but Troll is also a card that's really sweet with Stalactite Stalker. Because it just throw it into the bin.
And grow it. But now the third knight is really strong right now.
Yeah.
I mean, Jonas would need some kind something to get revolt and a push.
Or a Sheoldred's Edict.
A Sheoldred's Edict. Dismember couldn't be enough.
This number is not enough, no. For the fatal push, maybe he has a fetch land in hand, so this one is enabled. So yeah, it looks a little bit grim currently.
Yeah.
But yeah, as a local guy of us always says, Maverick is only a few bad draws away from losing. So
yeah, that's true. Sometimes they are just land. Okay, it's game over.
Yeah, it happens. But in this position,
yeah, the grist seals the deal.
You have everything. So
very strong. 2 Swords of Plowshares, 3 Knight of Reliquary, and 2 Elvish Reclaimer.
Yeah,
A lot of the same cards for Michael here.
I mean, with Maverick, especially with like the Knight and Reclaimer, these are kind of the cards that you always want. This, of course, you find those cards most of the time.
Yeah,
also with
sure.
the Green Sun Zenith, and you have them usually or most of the time in the hand. And he only plays 3 Knight of the Reliquary, so it was
Everything.
the whole play.
But let's talk about one of my favorite cards in the deck of Michael Schönhammer. It's Kaya, Ghost Assassin. I know we won't see it here in this matchup because it's there for control matchups, but it's such a blast from the past. I loved it to play it myself. It's great.
Yeah, Kaya Ghost Assassin is, for anyone that does not know what the card does, search it with Scryfall.
No. It's Planeswalker for 4 mana, 2 and 1 white and 1 black. It has 5 loyalty, and it basically says you can exile it or up to 1 target creature and you return it to the battlefield at the end of the turn, and you lose 2 life. That's for 0 loyalty. For -1, you drain your opponent for 2, and -2, each opponent discards a card and you draw a card. I loved it because that was back in the day one of the only planeswalkers that could outgrind the resolved Chase the Mind Sculptor.
Yeah, the thing with the card is like, was it the original Walker that didn't have an uptick?
Yeah, the first walker that didn't have an uptick. Yeah, that's true.
But to focus a little bit of cards that are useful in the matchup, in Maverick's side, we look clearly at the Veil of Summer.
Veil of Summer, Dismember, maybe the Fairy Macabre.
Maybe the Fairy Macabre.
And that's basically it. I don't think you need anything else.
Yeah. On the other side, in Mono Black Scam.
Another Fatal Push. We need another Fatal Push. We want
Disruptor Flute seems good. Turns off.
Yeah, I see it. It turns off Marital Age.
Powder Keg seems good. It's still a creature deck. Dismember seems good.
Edict is good. Opposition Agent.
Opposition Agent.
You want to have Opposition Agent for sure. Bringing out is probably more the thing here. You don't want Orcish Bowmasters.
No, Orcish Bowmaster seems. There is only one good thing that you can do on your turn 2,
and that's
which is
killing Dryad Arbor.
Exactly. And I think this is, besides the tokens, nearly the single card that you can target with. I mean, you have, because this is Maverick and not Greenwood Depths, you have Nobles, Ignoble that you can kill, and the Bird of Paradise.
There are targets.
But yeah, Fiendatism you can't really kill. And then everything has more than X1.
Yeah, that's true. But Jonas will be on the play for this, and no turn 1.
Yeah, because he's keeping up turn 1 Opposition Agent.
Oh, that would be insane. I want to see this. And there's the bio. Unfortunate.
Into a Noble Hierarch. Well, is it a Sylvan Safekeep? No.
Noble Hierarch.
Noble Hierarch. And now,
do you still just slam it if you have it? No. The Opposition Agent. You really want to get them.
Yeah, you kind of want to get them at least that they don't have the potential for a remove spell or something like that. To at least trade +1. And yeah, Jonas uses the first turn to set up.
To Surveil on top is probably a good card.
Yeah.
I can't see it. I would love to see it. Wastelanding on the bayou and go. I think he really tries to get him with Opposition Agent right now.
But he has a Tech Leader now in hand, which means
a what?
A Dismember.
A Dismember.
And now do we get the Wasteland? I would go for the Wasteland.
Yeah, wasting here. That's very interesting.
And now maybe for a bird. Okay, no, just simply attacking.
Just attacking for 1. Interesting. Is Jonas stuck on mana? No. Okay, that's the swamp.
The-
Always presenting Dark Ritual into opposition agent.
Yeah. But the one thing that's still
Lush
I'm-
Portico.
the one thing that I'm still thinking about is why they didn't draw.
Yeah. They were both 12 points.
Maybe one of them has a really, really bad breakers. But in the last round we used top-down pairings. So first place against second, third against fourth. And they
Maybe
were
they're
fifth and
just playing for
sixth.
the fun? No, I don't know. Yeah, that's the opposition agent.
Now we have it. With the
Ah,
ambush viper attack.
no, really? Oh,
Ah.
I love it. I
And
love
please,
it. I mean,
another
Michael
wasteland.
has still the dismember in hand.
Yeah, but the wasteland would be so good.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, maybe we get an
Smallpox. No, I don't know.
smallpox would be so bad.
Yeah.
No, it's something like Void Walker.
White Walker seems fine. Seems okay.
Or double stalactite stalker.
Double Stalactite Stalker would be okay. Disruptor Flute is also okay.
Disruptor Flute.
What is he naming? I mean,
Big brain would be
Dismember
dismember.
would be the big brain here, yeah. But you can't.
Swords to Plowshares.
Swords to Plowshares, yeah. That's the right thing to name.
But the wrong thing to name.
Yeah, and Dismember. Ah, yeah.
I get the feeling.
Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate for Jonas. Now Michael gets to fix his mana.
Yeah, the thing is, when the one thing resolves, the dam is broken.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like opposition agent is so strong. I mean, against Maverick, Primitive Depths and stuff like that, especially like the Knight of the Reliquary, Elvish Reclaimer style decks, you have the potential to get something. Also in the later stages. But
But now Jonas is at least playing the game.
Yeah.
Because with 3 lands he can play basically everything. No wastelands here to be seen.
Yeah.
And Michael, he has Green Sun Zenith and all these things.
And we get the Barrow-Greif.
Barrow-Greif is great. Swords to Plowshares costs now 3 mana.
And
Which is basically a Time Walk now. So for
4
Michael.
mana, yeah.
4 mana? No.
+3.
It's +3?
Yeah. Disruptor Flute is special.
+3. Oh my god, I thought it was be only +2.
No. Would be way too easy. But it's still an X4, which means it can die
To Dismember?
to Dismember.
Yeah, but I think he has just one Dismember in the sideboard. That's just a one-off. Yeah, it's a one-off.
It's a one-off.
So no more Dismember action from Michael.
Was the one remove spell that was possible.
And a Knight of the Reliquary.
Which is pretty huge. It's +4, so it should be 6/6.
Yeah, you attack. For
Yeah.
sure attack. If you trade, it's okay.
Yeah, true.
If they jump block with right up, it's okay. And if it goes through, it's also okay.
Barrow-Greif grows from both graveyards, am I right? In all graveyards.
Yeah, in all graveyards.
It's a better Tarmogoyf.
For sure. Tarmogoyf isn't playable anymore. Oh yeah, that's okay. Trading the 6/6 for the 3/4, gaining 3 life is kind of okay. Now we see a Stalactite Stalker. No, fetch land.
Do we have? Is this a hardcast grief?
Looks like Hardcast Reef. There wouldn't be no incentive to
Evoke it.
no to fetch here.
Yeah. Your opponent doesn't play reanimate for your.
Maybe double Voidwalker works.
Yeah.
4 Stalactite Stalker would work, but with 2 cards in hand, it's not really something you would do. Hard cast troll.
Hard
Hard
cast
cast
troll.
troll.
And this is huge.
Hard
This is a
cast
2-turn
troll.
clock.
It's a 2-turn clock, yeah. Hard cast troll.
But he's only missing one card to block. He has the Swords to Plowshares. Another land lets him cast it, but this turn he can go for the Knight.
He
and
can
just
cast it
triple.
right now. He can cast it right now.
Yeah.
For
But he
mana.
can't triple block it. Because he needs to tap one creature for the mana.
What do you...
He has a Knight of the Reliquary in hand.
Yeah, but he has drawn a sword.
Yeah, swords cost 5 mana. 4 mana.
4 mana, 4 mana. He missed the spot where he could have...
But he can still do it on the next turn.
Not if there's a wasteland involved right now.
The Knight always makes mana.
Why?
You can sack a land to get another land. And it comes in untapped. Knight is basically...
We have now a reanimate on opposition agent. Endurance! Oh yeah, Michael has everything.
This is the small time to die for the local hero.
Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate.
Yeah, and this turn he would have been able to just block him. He has enough mana to cast the Swords to Plowshare.
Four mana swords here.
Yeah,
It seems like, yeah. He has enough draws. Maybe there's something left. The endurance was so strong right now.
yeah. Does he play
The stage combo?
No,
No stage combo. Okay, just sagas.
just sagas, a Flagstones, a Cradle, 3 Savannah. Oh, these are MTGO prices. Oh, it's just Savannah. 3 pieces. 6 euros.
Okay, MTGO prices. You can switch to paper if you want. That's more real.
Yeah, but yeah, here we have the most likely last few turns of
Jonas.
Jonas and Michael. There needs to be a really, really specific draw from him to be able to win. But yeah, the Knight most likely attacks for 7 or something like that. For 7 down to 16. And you can make a token this turn. Make another token on the next turn. He does not play any Lava Spore Boots.
No.
And I personally have to say Lava Spore Boots are amazing in Knight of the Reliquary decks.
I think Shadow Spear has seen its fair share of days.
Yeah.
It has applications if the meta is in the right spot, but Lava Spore Boots is, in my opinion, simply just better. It's better with the construct tokens. It's better with Marit Lodge or basically anything.
There are some matchups where I think I like both extremely well, because with Shadow Spear, if it's a race situation, it's good. I mean, Lava Spore Boots is also in a race situation good, but Shadow Spear can grow you out of burn range and stuff like that. Or helps you push damage through. If they have a lot of creatures running around, basically with Emery's side times in 8-cast with the Thopter tokens.
Yeah.
And you attack with an 8/8, Shadow Spear does wonders.
Oh yeah,
Lava
sure.
Spore Boots, not.
That's true. That's true.
And yeah, here we have the Shadow Spear again. This should
probably be game, yeah.
Yeah, you block the 3/4, kill the bird,
Seems about right.
get bashed for 3, 4, another 7 or 8 for 12 damage down to 4, something like that.
Oh, really hard. And Michael gets a lot of life.
Michael should get 8, 9 life. And yeah, then you can't really race it anymore.
Yeah, I think that this member on the opposition agent, that was the crucial part here.
Yeah. Jonas didn't. He said the right name.
Yeah, it was everything right. You
Yeah.
don't play around the one-off.
No, you always play around the 4.
Yeah.
And yeah, this time it didn't work out.
And another saga. And attack and edict. Yeah, and an edict!
Whoa! And
it's
still lose.
Still lose. But yeah, double edict.
Unfortunate for Jonas and fortunate for Michael. Michael is 5-1 in the top 8 and he actually should be now our first player. It depends
Wow.
if apparently Andreas and Felix Fenzan are playing.
It seems like Felix didn't agree to the draw.
Yeah.
We totally thought the first 3 tables would have withdraw simply.
And we have here now Paul Gärtner at table 7, who was at 10 points at 3-1-1, who won against Markus Hofer. So he's also at 13 points now, basically locked, or should be in potential for top 8, especially with Gernot, with Jonas and Mikael.
Let's go a little bit over it. We have 2 players with 14 points. We have maybe 1 player with 16 points. Or one with 15, another one with Michael Schönhammer with 15 points.
We have Marco Schmidhuber at 13 and Peter Gärtner at 13 points.
It's really interesting how the top 12 will look.
I really have to make it for myself to edit this a little bit out so that we can make
Assumption.
Some assumptions. We have how the fuck to make this
I mean,
smaller?
if you make this with Notepad, I mean, it's your own fault.
Kassenberg has 14. Gutbrot
Has 14.
has 14. Those are basically locked in. Then we have Schönhammer
With 15.
at 15. We have Schmidhuber at 13.
If he wins.
He
He won.
He won
Okay.
already. We have Gärtner
That's 13.
at 13. Those are basically locked in.
We have 3 players locked.
And
Probably.
then we have Leopolds Eder. He is 13 plus, which means he basically is locked. And then we have Gernot Hübler and Fischer. Hübler versus Fischer. So 13 points must not be enough for
For
today.
top 8? Really?
Yeah.
That's why they didn't draw.
Because like if fourth and fifth table both would have drawn, that would mean 4 more people with 13 points. And this would mean we have 10 people with
13 points.
13 or more points. And if Andreas Leopold and Fenzan also would have drawn, this would mean 11 people with 13 and plus points. So pretty close. But I think we will just check in with our guys that are basically in charge of the top tables. Maybe we can get a backup feature match.
I already requested it.
But yeah.
In the meantime, we are going to talk a little bit about stuff. So we are back now. We never went away. You could have heard us all the time. Yeah, the day is really starting to get long. Yesterday we had the warm-up FNM. We streamed 5 rounds with no top 8, and I think we finished about 11 or half past 11 in the
Around 11,
night.
shortly after 11 seems about right. for today, we have now 6 rounds of Legacy after us in like 50 minutes or so, which means we are pretty much on time. We're like,
Yeah. Our players are playing fast. Our players are playing really nice. I don't think we have a lot of warnings. No, no.
only 3 or 4 DQs, I think.
Yeah, that's normal. No.
No, I think it was pretty much all right. Our judges taken his notes, and I think I hadn't heard from any DQ. And a
No.
few warnings it's pretty standard. I'm also one that is highly susceptible for warnings if the later stages go, because like when your brain fucks with you,
Yeah, that's
you
true.
make 1 or 2 mistakes. It simply happen. But please don't make it intentional. That's
Yeah.
called cheating.
Yeah, that's the thing. That you can't simply do that.
No. But yeah, just simply play and play and play. And this is exactly what all of or most of our top tables have done. At least those with 12 points, because like after the round we had 8 people with 12 points.
12 points, not 12. Sometimes you go into German.
Yeah, it's language.
Yeah,
Language.
it's not that easy for us all the time.
And yeah, 3 people with 13, and then 2 with 10. So the draws were a little bit,
Awkward. They were a little sketchy.
yeah, no clean cut to top 8. But yeah, we will see how everything shakes up. Maybe we can get confirmation about something about backup, but I think we just make a small break and then come back to you later.
For sure. See you.
See ya.
Oh,
But
it seems like we already have the backup. So we will switch over and then
decide.
edit the layout.
Yeah, and we have to decide which are the players.
It's on the left hand, it's Felix Fentzan.
Is it Fentzan versus Andreas?
Yeah.
Leopold? Yeah. Left is
And Andreas is one game ahead.
Felix Fentzan on.
I don't know. I actually don't know.
Okay, he is 4-1. Seems about right. Right player is Andreas Leopoldseder.
401.
He is playing Ube Frog. And he is 4-1.
So 13 points. And now we take a look at the deck lists.
So this we need Andreas.
You can always check the deck lists in the Stream Decker extension of our Twitch channel. And now we see a fan favorite.
Ah,
A
this
hymn to Turok from Andreas. Felix is on Esper Pokepile.
this is something I dreamed of watching. Ah, this is amazing.
So many cards in Felix's hand.
Yeah, this is something that I think a lot of you guys can enjoy. This is blue-black, really hard into the mid-range. And Andreas is 1-0 up.
I don't know.
Okay, so about the score, we can't give you a definitive answer, but we know they are playing a game. We know there is like 12 minutes left, and therefore we will see how it fares. And yeah, here we see the stable blue-black mana base on the right side and on the left
Yeah,
side.
another wasteland here.
But yeah, the Esper Pokepile still plays 3 basics. So,
There are a
but
lot of basics.
now the one wins with the more cards in
Oh,
his
I
hand.
like this list. Unfortunately, Tamios are so expensive.
Like, they cost a little bit. But yeah, Tamio, great.
It's 1-1 for both, so it's for game 3 right now. If Andreas wins, it's probably for the end of the tournament for Felix.
Yeah,
And Andreas can still fall out of top 8.
I mean, he should have the best breakers.
Yeah, he should have the best breakers, but
It's
could
still a possibility.
still be possible.
And here, Andreas is unfortunately faced by, I think, one of the better cards in the matchup, because I don't think we have many outs to resolved.
Murktide?
Murktide.
There's still a Brazen Borrower.
There is still one Brazenborrower, yeah?
Yeah. That's okay. I mean, he has it in hand.
Yeah. But you still need protection for it.
Yeah, you need protection. Always use protection, kids. And a Ponder searching for another land, maybe.
Or getting just to shuffle the Brainstorm, which is the secret.
Oh, wait,
Mode.
what? You can do this?
Yeah.
I always thought the secret mode of Ponder is to see the 4th card.
Yeah, a Ponder always into 3 Ponder and draw a Ponder. It's so good.
Really, I think it's like, well, I shuffled you away. Another Ponder.
Fossils bug, Brainstorm bug,
Yeah.
Ponder bug.
Ponder shuffle bug.
And yeah, the thing is, you can't. Andreas was like 1 card too short in his hand to attack with the frog
And bounce.
and kill the Murktide.
Kill the Murktide? Why kill the Murktide?
Yeah, pumping the frog.
Whoa, okay. Totally missed this.
If he would have had 6 cards in hand, he could have pumped it to a 7.
A Tamio on Felix' side. That gets dazed, okay.
Now we have the... and here I think this was information gathered.
Wait, what?
Previously had an altered Underground Sea out, and now he played the unaltered
yeah,
Underground Sea.
these are some things that you have to keep track as a Magic player, because Felix now knows about basically 1 card plus in his hand.
Yeah, and I mean he has the answer with the Brazen Borrower, but he still needs to deploy something, and yeah, bouncing it is only okay. And yeah, with Pokepile you have 3 Murktides, so at some points they come again.
And then another frog.
He simply attacks with the big one. He wants to bounce.
Bouncing the Murktide, yeah, seems good.
Seems good.
What's in his hand? It's 2 lands, Nethergoyf.
Does he have a Fatal Push? And I think he has one. Because Fatal Push would be, in this scenario, really, really good.
Why?
Attacking with a frog, maybe they block with the frogs, then exchange some pumping, and then you just push the pumped frog.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's the push. I mean, Felix for sure don't want to discard the Murktide.
Yeah, Murktide seems really strong, especially with the 1 out already being away. And
yeah, Andreas. I mean, we are already in game 3, so maybe Andreas has some more punch in the sideboard, like 2 Shieldred's Edict.
I mean, he can have the Snuff Out.
The Snuff Out also works.
The Snuff Out is great. I mean, Harbinger of the Sea seems perfectly fine, but not after having 2 frogs out with a Murktide in hand. Yeah, you still have Shieldred's Edicts. You have a lot of more removal, most likely. You skimp on your forces, only have the dazers. And yeah. can try to go the distance with that.
Push the frog without pumping. That's okay.
Yeah.
I think you have to do this if you just attacks with one. There's a stifle in the hand of Felix.
Which could negate the card draw or a pump or something like that.
Is it the one of stifle? No, 3 stifles, okay.
Yeah, the definition of Pokepile is like tempo
Very
to
fluid.
mid-range with stifle. But stifle is a mainstay in the Pokepile versions.
Main deck, white just for Swords Approaches, Rough Disguise, and Prismatic Ending for 6 cards.
Yeah, Rough Disguise is cool.
Rough Disguise is really great. And the Teferi, Time Reveler in the sideboard.
So
okay. That's very nice. Pumping the giving the Psychic Frog flying to keep the the opponent's graveyard
in check.
small, or else Andreas is destroying a card.
And this is huge because it
Yeah.
delays.
Delays the Murktide.
Yeah. And now I will discard this card. I will discard this card.
No.
But it was
It's just okay. An Orcish Bowmaster on Felix side, which is pretty good. It's pretty good in that matchup. That's a play I don't.
it forces a card out of the hand from
But
Felix
it dies to the Bowmaster.
on the next turn. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't really get. There's another Bowmaster. Okay.
In response to the bauble trigger.
Killing the Bowmaster, yeah. Draw from Bauble.
Killing the orc army.
Yeah. That's really strong.
And now we have a 5/6.
But at least still no Murktide. Okay. Crow the Frog.
Make it flying, attack. Do you know which card would be perfect here? A fatal push.
Yeah, another fatal push.
Yeah, you need a definitive answer, I think, in the
There's Days and what's the other card?
land.
No, it's not a land. It's I think it's a Ponder.
Or is it a Tamio?
Yeah, and that's the thing what I don't like about Nethergoyf.
That it can just be.
Yeah, Murktide. We totally forgot Murktide.
Andreas.
No,
has-
it's a land. It's a polluted delta.
It's a Tamio. And a polluted delta. But yeah, in the hand of Felix. Now with the frog, especially with this play pattern of the frog, Murktide doesn't seem that great.
Yeah.
It's the same. Which was the issue back in the days? It was Tarmogoyf and Gourmet Angler.
Yeah, that's true.
Like the one, and it was the same with Tarmogoyf and Murktide Region. Like both use the graveyard in some form, and one erases the graveyard.
In some form, yeah. It's a little bit of a non-bow.
And together with Nethergoyf, it seems worse than with Tarmogoyf, because with Tarmogoyf or Barogoyf, you still have your opponent's graveyard, but with Nethergoyf, it's your own, and with Murktide, you also need your own. So yeah, it will be interesting. But especially here with
And another Days. The draws are abysmal here for Andreas.
the question is now, do you attack with the Tamio here?
You attack with the Goyf.
I think just attacking with the Goyf and the frog.
You can still escape the Goyf. It's just so you can play it again. They have to block with the army.
Attacking with the frog just kills the Brazen Borrower, so maybe it isn't that great. So you
It's
have
a
to
hard
attack.
decision here. I would always let the Brazen Borrower at home.
I mean, it can only block flying creatures.
Yeah.
I think you have to attack with it because it's a Orcish Bowmaster's away from dying. Doesn't fly, yeah. I mean, at least at this time. And yeah, second Orcish Bowmasters.
Days.
Days. What the fuck was that?
Try to days with the Murktide.
I put the Murktide into play and they're as branded as we are.
He discarded the Murktide for no. Why is this still? Because it's a free for. It's a free for the Psychic Frog now.
Yeah. But he would have been able to daze something. Or did it ruin it for the turn? This could be two. Only one
you
card.
Simply block with Tamio. Tamio is flying, yeah.
Don't give him a card. Then
3/4 mana and a Murktide. How big is it?
first extra turn. Now Andreas only has to survive for 2 more attack steps.
Or bring it home. It's how big is it, the Murktide?
I think 1 or 2 spells at days.
At most 3.
At most 3. Land, sorcery. Yeah. It's a 5/6.
It's a 5/6.
Which is exactly bigger than Murktide, I think.
And another frog. Ooh, that looks really good right now. For Andreas.
A third extra turn. But 15 isn't that much. There would jump with a frog. Because for Andreas, the draw would be perfectly fine.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Jump with the frog. Don't give him a card. Another frog. That's okay.
Yeah.
The draw is totally fine for Andreas. 4th extra turn. Is it a removal? Removal is Daystide region. Yeah, I love it.
It's a flash creature with an optional mode.
Cost.
Optional casting cost of bouncing 1 island to your hand.
Evoke, bounce an island to your hand, and then it dies.
And it dazes a spell.
This is a spell. Wizards of the Coast, if you hear us, print the next overpowered card. These are the ideas of the Austrian Legacy League.
Evoke with bouncing land seems an interesting concept.
Yeah.
But
And
most likely way too good.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean,
with power creep, I think we will see this in 2 years.
at end of turn, play your, how's it called? Dress down, evoke, a few Daystide Regent. Seems perfectly fine. But yeah.
5th extra turn. I don't think Felix can win this in this 5th extra turn. It's a draw.
It's a draw.
It's a draw.
But yeah, only the thing like
Wasteland. Discard Murktide Regent. That's
Daystide.
okay. Yeah, attack with everything. Simply blocking.
Blocking Murktide, blocking Frog.
Yeah. And he gets 4, 5 damage.
Yeah, he draws a card.
And a sword. And then Nethergryph. It's okay. It's a draw.
It's a draw.
It's a draw.
So that means we have for sure in the top 8.
Can we
We
open
have,
the standings?
yeah. we can open the standings.
Andreas Leopold Zeder with a draw is for sure in the top 8, so congratulations here.
Okay, we don't have the updated standings for them.
I think we take a short break and try to get the
Yeah.
standings for you.
But in the top 8 we have Schönhammer, Karstenberg, Gutbrot, Leopold Eder for sure, and then 4 guys with
No
13
idea.
points. So there are like potentially 8 people that can be also in top 8.
So it's interesting. It's interesting. So stay tuned. We'll take a short break.
See you in a bit.